We know about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. We know about how in the resurrection of Christ, we know that he went through certain things. We know that he died and he rose. Well, the resurrection I'm talking about today is the resurrection of ourselves. A lot of times what we do is we oftentimes think of Bible stories as Bible stories. We think about them as afar off. Well, let's talk about our own personal resurrections. See, I had a resurrection when I was sleeping on the trains in New York City and I was homeless. I had a resurrection. I had a resurrection when I thought I was in shape, but I wasn't. And I started training. That was a resurrection. Why? Because when I came out of what I was in, I began to do things differently. Well, let me ask you a question. When was the last time that you had a resurrection? When was the last time you made a difference? You grew and became something different, so now you performed differently. Many times we want to think about a resurrection as something dying. Well, think about it. When was the last time you had a habit that died and you began to perform differently? In a resurrection, there's certain things that has to happen. First of all, we have to get to a place where we are fed up with what is the common, what is the natural, what is the norm. Until you get fed up, your life is never going to change. Until you get fed up with the status quo, until you get fed up with average, until you get fed up with what you've been going through, with what you've been dealing with, those bad relationships, that bad job, those bad living conditions. Until you get fed up, there will be no resurrection, because there will be no death. The first thing you have to have in order to have a resurrection, before that you have to have a death. It has to be a death to the way that you see things. It has to be a death to the way you perform. It has to be a death to your paradigm, which is the way we see things. See, until there's a death, there can't be a resurrection. You can't have a funeral without a dead body. Many people say I'm different. Well, my question is that what did you become so fed up of that you died to it? Or did you truly die to it? See, because a lot of times what we'll do is we'll continue to walk in the same mindset and think we're going to have a better outcome. Think we're going to be a better person. Nope. Until you change your mind, it doesn't matter what you do, because it has no energy to continue. See, we have to get to the place where we understand. Hold on one second. We have to get to the place where we understand that in order for a resurrection, in order for your life to change, there has to be a death. And before there is a death, and it's an optional death. What I mean by that is it's a choice. You can choose to do better. You can choose to be